Hello, all you happy people out there. This is Dr. P. Mark Taylor, and I'm coming to you live from my data analysis headquarters. And I wanted to talk through with you for just a minute about the rest of the semester. We are in the middle of week 4 out of 7 weeks, so that means we're halfway. You've turned in your quantitative worksheets and you're working on assignment 7 or discussion post 7, which is where you watch that really long video with myself and Dr. Sohn and start planning out your qualitative research possibilities. Coming up in week 5, the next discussion post is actually gonna be the I'm going to post a video with myself and a recent graduate, and we are going to be talking about the process of analyzing qualitative data, what it's like, how much data there is, how to go through the process of taking all of this data, this magnanimous portion, this huge amount. Magnanimous is not the right word. Sorry, English teachers. This huge amount of work in narrowing it down and whittling it down to what's really going to answer your question, and narrowing it down and having 3 different forms of data at least entering the fray and combining to answer your research questions. And how does that process go from what could be printed out as hundreds of pages of data and come down to only a few pages in your dissertation? How do we narrow that down from this broad thing down into answers to your research questions? Well, that is going to be the focus of the beginning of next week, and Clint Epley is going to help me with that. We're recording a video tomorrow where he's going to take you through his data reduction process and how talk about how he coded. And I will be talking to you in and out with Clint about what that means for you and what it might look like in your process. So then we're going to follow it up with a call. You're going to do your qualitative worksheet. If you watched the video with Dr. Sohn, you've already seen the qualitative worksheet. And you and I are going to have another phone call, and in one post, you're going to talk about what you learned in the call and post your worksheet. So next week is learn about the qualitative analysis process, and I'll have you post some ideas about yours. And then the second post is the qualitative worksheet, which includes the requirement of calling me beforehand. So yes, we're going to have another conversation, and no, that's not that far after the last one. But with qualitative, there's not like 12 different things to do it. There's a million different ways to do it, and we're just going to think in really, really practical terms and look at things that are doable. And I'm going to help you narrow things down in that call that will help you fill out that worksheet. And you'll be looking at choices. So that'll give you week 6 to think about whether you want to do quantitative or qualitative. And during week 6, I'm going to post some exemplar videos And you're going to have conversations, discussions, two discussions. I'm going to put exemplars on quantitative and have a post for that, and exemplars for qualitative, and make comments on that. And you were going to give your input, ask questions. We'll dialogue about that as a group, and including myself. And then finally, week 7. See, in week 6, you've decided between quantitative and qualitative. And in week 7, you're going to be doing a presentation. And you're going to present your PowerPoint. You're going to present it to people, and you're going to record it and post it. And this includes your theoretical and conceptual framework that you will explain. But that is the big one. That is the big finish of everything else is about getting your quizzes done and answering questions. I will post other things related in that last week that will wrap everything up. The most important deadlines, the ones that count the most, you have to have all of your quizzes, including your the final, which is comprehensive, done by the end of week 6. I will turn the quizzes off at the end of week 6. You are done with them at that point. Get them all done. Week 7 should be nothing but really putting together this presentation, and I may ask you a few minor questions aside from that, but it's all about wrapping things up. And you have to absolutely have this final project turned in by noon on Friday of week 7. There are no exceptions. I will post both week 6 and week 7 at the end of week 5 so that you can see everything that you need to do and work on it and get in on time. So I've been working week by week to take you baby step by baby step, and that will continue into next week. But after that, I'll lay it all out there and you can just go for it. The only thing I want to add to that whole process is that you still need to go back and discuss things with people, and let's see what other people are posting and learn from it, because that's going to add to your experience. So that's what to expect. We've worked carefully step by step. In the first 4 weeks, we're going to do it for 1 more week, but at the end of week 5, I will lay it all out for the finish. It will all be clear and laid out, and you can go at your own pace as long as you're completely done with every little thing. You got to be done with the quizzes and final by the end of week 6. You got to be done with all other things by noon on the last day of class. If I was wearing my glasses, I could tell you what day that was. June 28th. So on June 28th, everything will be done. I will not look at another assignment. You cannot be late. There's no incomplete. There's no my dog ran aways. You will have had time to work on that ahead of time. And it's important to meet these deadlines because you have to go into 752 knowing what you're doing for your dissertation. We're making decisions at week 7, week 6 and 7, you're making decisions that will direct your next year. And so, and the next 7 weeks after that, you're working with your chair, working towards chapter 2 and maybe a little bit more of your dissertation. For you real go-getters, you might even have 3 chapters done by the end of that 7 weeks. So we have to be ready. There are no incompletes to this class. You either get it done or you miss a year. Do the work now, giving you things ahead of time for the last 2 weeks so that you can get it knocked out. Okay, so that's what's going on. Right now you should be working on posting your response to discussion post 7 and commenting on the work of others, and that will get us part way through the qualitative, and we'll work on it next week. Please, please, please try to keep up. And as always, text me when you have a quick question, email me when you've got a long one. All right. God bless you and have a good day.